to my channel. Happy Sunday. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. I love that scripture, and it is fitting for today because today is Sunday and we will bless his holy name. What today is, I'm going to give you my hair care routine that I do for all 8 children. Well, 7, because this little guy will take a bath tonight and I'll just wash his hair. And so you won't get to see that, but I'll do the 3 girls, wash and condition and style their hair, and that'll just hold for a day or 2, and then the boys will get their hair cut. So, and then I'm going to show you my meatloaf recipe that we will have for lunch today, and then I will show you what I make for dinner tonight. I'm going to try to do it all this afternoon so I don't have to worry about making dinner afterwards, and I can just relax and possibly make a dessert. Yes, let's get started. Okay guys, so I told you I was going to show you, I was going to make a dessert and meatloaf and sides and tonight's dinner. So the dessert I'm going to make is pumpkin cream cheese pie. It's so simple and easy. You just get your pie crust, or you can make your own. I'm not making one. I'm just going to use store-bought one. I bought the large one, and you can use whatever flavor too. I think they have like they may have a ginger snap. They may have shortbread. I've tried the shortbread, not the ginger snap. So you'll need canned pumpkin, about a 1/2 cup. You'll need softened cream cheese, powdered sugar. I could not find, I thought I had some more sweetened condensed milk. I usually like to put sweetened condensed milk in this recipe, but I'm just gonna make do, and it'll still be delicious. And then, of course, the 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree and cinnamon. I'll have to take that out. Cinnamon, and I went on, you'll need about 2 cups of whipped cream. You can use the store-bought kind, the one in the freezer section, or you could just whip it, and that's what I did from the grocery haul that I did. I always like to keep heavy cream on hand, heavy whipping cream for things like this. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna whip it till you get stiff peaks, but still kind of runny. And all I'm gonna do is, I added vanilla in here. I didn't add any sugar. I'm gonna add the softened cream cheese in there. And I'm gonna do this whole bag of cream cheese, of powdered sugar, which is about 2 cups. So, and I'm just gonna whip this together. Add this whole bag. Stirring some noodles. The reason I like making this, these cream cheese pies, and you can usually I make them the same way, but you can whip it all together and add fruit for like summertime. I do strawberry, I do a blueberry. My mom does a lemon. My husband really doesn't like lemon, so, or the kids like it like that. They like eating fresh lemon with a little sugar, or lemonade, but nothing, not with the lemon. And then I do cherry, and that always turns out really good. So now that it's fall time, I'm going to do the pumpkin cream cheese pie, and it's a shortcut to a cheesecake, and it's just so delicious. So I'm going to whip this together, and then I'll So what I did is I added, it's so delicious, but I added more pumpkin. So I would recommend just using a whole can of the pumpkin. I think it's like a 14-ounce can of pumpkin. And I'm just gonna pour it in here. It will be a little runny, but once it sets, it will set up and it will be delicious. I actually have extra, so I'm going to have my husband to run back to the store and grab me another pie crust, because, which I do have some graham crackers, so I'm gonna have him to run back to the store and get me another one. And so all I'm gonna do is sprinkle just a little bit of cinnamon on top. And this will go in, you can put it in the refrigerator if you're going to serve it within a 4 to 6 hour rating. So if you're gonna eat it, say for instance, you're making it for dinner and it's morning, then it's got time to sit and firm up. And it's not a cheesecake, so it will not be the texture of a cheesecake because we put cream and we put softened cream cheese. It'll have cream cheese flavoring, but it's not a cheesecake. So it's not gonna be the texture of a cheesecake that actually has eggs and that bakes. So if you think it's gonna be that way, then this is not, you'll be disappointed because it's not gonna be like this. So it will be a little bit thinner than a cheesecake because it's a pumpkin cream cheese pie. So it's gonna be a pie consistency. So I'm gonna put this actually in the freezer because I wanna eat it within about 2 hours from now. So I'm gonna put it in the freezer to where it can set up a little bit faster. And then by that time, it'll be the texture of the time that it would have sat in the refrigerator 4 to 6 hours. So yes, so it's so good, y'all. I'm telling you, it's so good. So good. And we're gonna start on our next dish. For my meatloaf, of course I have a big humongous 2-pound container of ground beef. I'm going to use only one of the pounds. Let me see, I think it's 4 pounds. Yeah, it's almost 3 pounds. So I'm gonna use 1 pound of it, and then the rest, because I'm not gonna refreeze it because it was frozen and I don't wanna have to refreeze it once it's been frozen. I'm gonna go ahead and cook it, and I'll freeze it for either tacos or some pasta dish. So it works out perfect. And it's still kind of frozen. I'm just gonna break it up. So you can see what I use. My ground beef, like I said, it looks like it's 2 pounds of ground beef. I don't understand that. That looks like it's a total of 4 pounds. It's saying it's $2.99, but this is a lot of. Okay, so for my ingredients that I use for my meatloaf, is so simple, but it is my go-to and it's always so delicious. So I'm just gonna show you what I make. This is breadcrumbs. I'm gonna use about a 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. I'm gonna use 2 large eggs. Where is Cash at?
Oh yeah, it's here.
I like to use the beefy onion Lipton soup. I use 1 pack, and it also has a meatloaf recipe on the back, and I pretty much follow that. And it has the onions already in it, the beef flavoring. I use, of course, some granulated garlic. You can use as much as you want with granulated garlic. I use some steak seasoning. It's got beefy, salty flavor. You can use salt if you want to. I use, of course, some paprika. You can use as much of that as you want. I always use some kind of herbs, pretty much like Italian seasoning. Use some fresh ground black pepper. I use this Worcestershire sauce. About 3/4 of that. I used 3/4 of a cup of ketchup, so right under a cup. And that's all that I do. Get my gloves out. Now onto the topping that I always use. I'm going to use about 1/3 of a cup, well, 3 tablespoons of ketchup. A 1/2 teaspoon of mustard. Some granulated garlic. Some Worcestershire sauce. Some paprika. Some black pepper, and brown sugar. A tablespoon of brown sugar. My kids have thrown away just about all of my silverware. Both 350 degrees for 1 hour. Okay guys, so now I've got this beef cooked and rinsed and stored in this bag. So this is going to be for tacos, enchiladas, spaghetti sauce, something, but it's already ready, and I'm going to put it in the freezer, and the day that I make it, I'll just take it out and sit it on the counter. Now I want as our sides, I've already made this recipe before in the crock pot, and I have a previous video where I made this mac and cheese. I use the same recipe all the time. So easy, so simple. Love it. My family loves it, and it's my go-to. So I've just got 2 pounds of pasta, and I'm just gonna throw in a can of evaporated milk, a cup of whole milk, 2 large eggs, a stick of melted butter, and this is salted. Okay guys, so I did not record me making my cornbread recipe. It is a huge pan, And I'm actually making this huge pan because holiday time is coming up, and I like to have homemade cornbread made so I can use it for my cornbread dressing. So what we don't eat, I will freeze, and then I will unthaw it when I make that recipe and just grind it up and add all my ingredients in it. But this is just a regular cornbread recipe. I always use it. A cup of brown sugar. Yes. Cup of brown sugar, baking powder, 4 cups of cornmeal. I mix it with yellow and white because I like the color texture of it together. Oil, I do buttermilk and baking powder. Oh, and salt. And that's it. And it's gonna go in the oven with all the other stuff. The meatloaf is about to come out, and this will bake 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes until golden brown. Okay, so I was going to make 2 dinners, but after cooking all this stuff and dessert, I'm tired. And then I still have to do my girls' hair. So I just took out, that's why it's good to make freezer meals, because you can pull stuff out and eat. So I have some frozen jambalaya right here, sausage and shrimp jambalaya. And I have some Cajun chicken pasta. Yes. So this is dinner, these 2. I will warm up both of them. They've got time right now to just sit on the counter and just unthaw. And when it's dinner time, I will probably pull this out, pull some fruit out, and that's dinner. So yes, dinner's done. And lunch is almost ready. Getting ready to pull out the meatloaf. So this is the meatloaf. Look how delicious that is. Yes. And I'm just gonna let it rest and keep warm. It'll continue to cook once I cover it up with foil, because you don't want your meatloaf to be dry. But this is it. And so we're waiting on the mac and cheese, and I'm gonna go ahead and warm up these greens, throw that cabbage in that Instant Pot, and we'll be eating. Hey guys, so everything is done. This is the cornbread. This is the mac and cheese. This is the cabbages. Those are those greens I warmed up. And that is our delicious meatloaf. So, like I showed you earlier, there will be leftovers, I'm pretty sure, from all of this. We will not eat all of this, so somebody can have some leftovers from this. And then this freezer meal that I made a whole lot of it, and before I just separated and froze it. So that's a meal. And then I made, of course, some jambalaya, shrimp and sausage jambalaya, and we'll have that. And some of the kids may eat some cornbread with it as well. And then I'm gonna put some pieces up for my cornbread dressing. And I'm pretty sure you can find that if you have not watched that video on my channel. It's the Georgia Southern cornbread dressing that my mom makes. So this is just her recipe for the cornbread dressing. And I will see you guys next video. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, like, and share, and I will see you guys later. Bye.